Have you ever looked at a professional filmmaker and thought to yourself, yeah, I'll never be able to afford that setup? Well, I get it. Social media has made it seem like you need the latest Sony camera, the expensive lenses, expensive drone, expensive lighting, and a powerful computer just to call yourself a filmmaker. Well, that is not true. You don't need expensive gear to start. You just need the right gear. And the most important, you need the right skills to start. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to become a professional videographer. Whether your budget is $300 or $3,000, you'll understand what you need to spend your money on, what not to spend your money on, and what is the right skills you need for you to become a professional videographer. Well, without wasting any time, let's get into it. Let us start with the most obvious one, the camera. Well, this might be controversial, but your camera is not the most important equipment in your videography toolkit. If you're just starting out, your smartphone is as good enough. Nowadays, smartphones shoot up to 4K and they have great stabilization. This can be good with learning storytelling, lighting, and composition. If you feel like you want to upgrade a little, you might get a mirrorless camera like Sony ZV-E10. Shoot better content or better videos. I've seen content creators who shoot better videos with Sony VE10. I might attach their links down in the description so that you can go and check them out. And if you feel like you want to do a more professional work and upgrade to more professional videos, and you have the budget, you might consider other mirrorless cameras like Sony a7 III and Sony a7 IV. Personally, I shoot with Sony a7 IV. It has better image quality. It is good with client work. But remember, clients do not hire camera equipment. No, they hire people who can be able to tell story, either with your smartphone, Sony ZV-E10, or if you're lucky enough to get a Sony a7 IV. Believe me, I've seen people who shoot worse video with better camera equipment. I was doing that when I was starting out. I am guilty of that. Let's talk about lenses. Many beginners think they need 5 different lenses. Listen, you really don't. Most cameras come with the kit lens. And believe me, kit lenses are important for understanding your camera, learning lighting, composition, and you can generally improve your skills with just a kit lens. When you get a little bit of skills and you want to upgrade, please, the next lens you're going to buy is this lens. This lens is a 50mm prime lens. But the price is totally worth it. It's relatively cheap and it's sharp. It has 1.8 focal length. It produces better bokeh and performs very well in low light. Your next lens should be this Nifty 50. And if you're shooting events, weddings, and wedding photography, videography, your next lens should be 24-70. Believe me, when you get 24-70, it's going to be worth it. It's a zoom length, it's versatile, and you can be able to get different types of shot. Cinematic, zoom, gives you that distance shot that you need. Those 3 lenses are going to sort you up in lenses. Don't buy lenses because YouTube has told you to. Buy lenses that helps you to tell a story. Let's talk about audio. Here's what many beginners forget. People can actually forgive blurry videos, but they'll never forgive a bad audio. Good audio just makes your video look more professional. When you're filming yourself and making your own content, consider getting a wireless mic like this. DJI mics, they're so good and have great quality audio. And they're also these, I don't know their names, but they're wireless and they're so good. If you're just starting out, they'll work just fine. And if you're filming interviews, you might consider getting yourself a shotgun mic. You will not regret investing in quality audio. Lighting is so important in filmmaking. Before you buy any lights, please teach yourself how to use natural light. It's free, it's beautiful, and most importantly, it teaches you how to shape a subject. When you're ready to upgrade, you can buy one LED light. Believe me, one light can transform how your video looks. I'm using one light right now. See how the video looks? Clean, clear. And when your project grows and you feel like you want to invest in more light, you can get RGB lights or practical lights to make your videos look more cinematic, like the ones I have at the back. That is a practical light. Good lighting can make cheap camera look expensive, and bad lighting can make an expensive camera look so cheap. Invest in good lighting and understand how light works. Let's be honest, nobody enjoys a shaky footage. The easiest way to improve your videos is to learn stabilization. Get yourself a tripod. A tripod is so good with interviews, talking head videos, or product shoots. If you're shooting weddings, events, you might consider getting yourself a good gimbal and learn gimbal movement. Gimbals are so good for those cinematic movements when you're shooting events and weddings. And don't underestimate handhelds. Learn camera movement. Understand the ninja work, understand how to hold your camera, understand how to move with your camera. Don't just be walking around with a shaky footage. And if you can't be able to understand camera movement, if you don't have a tripod and you don't have a gimbal and you have shaky hands, in your editing software, learn how to stabilize your footage post-production. Storage and memory cards is one of the most important equipments in your videography journey. For memory cards, we have SanDisk, we have V30, V60, and we have V90. V30 is cheap and is good enough. When you want to shoot high-end content, you might consider V90. It is so fast, reliable, and you can be able to push your content to like getting smooth and super slow videos and crisp content. But don't get me wrong, V30 is just good enough. I have that and I have never complained. And for storage, this is for post-production. You need a good SSD card for your editing workflow. You don't need to go to your computer to start editing without an SSD. You might encounter a lot of lagging and slow process of transferring files. Use an SSD card on your editing workflow. And if you don't have a budget, get an HDD. But I will recommend getting an SSD for a smoother editing workflow. It's just faster, and I highly recommend that. HDD is good for storing or archiving an already edited video, for showcasing your clients later on, and just storing your data. For storage, consider those those three. When you're shooting, a SanDisk, a V30 is good enough. Please don't go below that. And when you're editing, use an SSD. Faster, reliable, smooth. Use an HDD to store your files. Speaking of editing, you do not need a powerful computer in the market to start editing. As long as your computer has at least 16 GB RAM and an SSD, you're good to go. And if you're editing professionally, consider a computer that has stronger graphic card. But as long as your computer has SSD, has at least 16 GB RAM, you're good to go. And if your budget allows, consider getting a laptop or a computer that has at least 32 GB RAM and high dedicated graphics to be able to edit smoothly. One of the most devastating things is when you're going to edit and then your footage are so huge and your computer is so slow. That's a nightmare. You don't want that. So understand your footage, understand what you need, and if you are a beginner, it's fine. Just get a 16 GB laptop. You're good to go. And an SSD, like I said before, an SSD. You will thank me later. And still on editing, you need an editing software. Listen, your production is not finished until you edit the footages. You need to edit that video to create that story, and you need a software to be able to do that. There are free softwares out there to use, and one of the most common one is DaVinci. I see many people using free version of DaVinci, and I highly recommend that. It can be able to get you there, to get you what you need. And if you are in Adobe ecosystem, I'll recommend Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is an industry standard and it's so decent for your workflow. And if you're only doing social media content, you don't need those big software. You need something like CapCut. CapCut produces decent videos. You can be able to get good result out of CapCut, and then it has so many effects to boost your content out there. And remember, the computer or software do not edit. Editors does. You're the one who is telling a story, not a software, not a computer. So what's in here, you translate that in there, and then you get a good result. Now here is the most important part. The gears doesn't make one a good videographer. Your skills do. Spend more time learning composition, lighting, editing, color grading, audio, and most importantly, learn how to work with clients professionally. I have seen filmmakers with basic equipment producing great content and working well with clients because they have understood the equipment and they understand these fundamentals. And I've also seen filmmakers with expensive camera gears producing bad content because they relied more on the equipment more than their skills. Remember, equipment doesn't make one a good filmmaker. Your skills do. Here is my conclusion. If you're just starting out, don't feel pressured on buying these equipments at once. Start with what you have, master it, earn from it, and when your skills grow and when your business grow, you might consider upgrading. Every filmmaker and every videographer started from somewhere. The only difference is they started. And that's what makes the difference. If you watch this video to this far and you feel like it's of value to you, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want more filmmaking tips, behind the scenes, and tell me in the comment section what camera gear are you going to buy next. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.